So we're here over at Brewers Beach, what I like to call Salty's hideout. UVI has did a number on us. Every time we come here, little by little, the access, it gets harder and harder to get inside. So this time, they've made a metal barricade. There's no going past that, but that's okay. Got ready up here, and I'm gonna take my butt right down there. Nice walk to the beach. The last time I was here, these trees were full of flamboyant flowers, and now they're all gone. So it's just brown and green now, no more reds. But anyway, let's get down to the water. This area usually has a good bit of lionfish and I don't know, some jacks. Let's see what we get today. Let's see what the ocean is willing to provide to Salty Locs crew on this good Monday afternoon. It's raining again, but what does it matter? I'm already wet. Rain doesn't bother me. What we have to worry about is lightning. Just looks like some gray skies. Nothing too terrible. Just about 48 hours since the last dive. Diving down in T-minus 1 minute.
I'm not used to this happening, but less than a minute into our dive and we've already spotted a lionfish. And perhaps the rareness got me a bit too excited. I missed the shot. Even if I missed the first chance, I'm usually pretty good at recovering. This was not one of those times. I don't see where the lionfish has hidden, and I decide to move on. The tiny ones can be a little tricky. They are all fins, and the head target is very compact.
Oh, there we go.
Whenever I'm using the lionfish bag, I always check the bottom to make sure the zipper is zipped closed. Needless to say, there was one incident a long time ago when the zipper was open and the lionfish was floating in the ocean behind me. Everything is a lesson and leads to better habits. Since it's a bit overcast above, the water below can look quite dingy with the lack of light. The flashlight helps to bring back some color while we are at depth and makes it easier to identify species. JP spots a lionfish on the reef. Seems like I'm having an off day. The way the reef is set up at Brewers Bay, the lionfish could be anywhere. There are so many pockets for it to hide in. But since it was a decent size, I'm going to try to see if I can find it anyway. The chase is on. I don't know how, but this guy keeps giving me the slip. This guy pulled out the ninja moves today. After multiple tries, I concede. You win. There are plenty more lionfish in the sea. There are times you may notice that I really take my time to dial in on a shot. I'm taking into account the surroundings as well as my target. I'm aiming for the head, but I'm also making sure I don't damage the reef in the process. Hence the downward angle on this last shot. I'm pretty confident that I nabbed this one, but since I can't see, I don't want to lose it by quickly pulling the spear towards me. I dig down into the sand to be sure that the catch stays on. When on the hunt, you'll want to constantly check holes, overhangs, and ledges. Although they can be found chilling on the reef, lionfish are often found in areas where they have a roof over their head and can maintain a low profile. Very often, they are hanging upside down. We'll continue to dive, but it's time to start heading back towards the shore. Joe spots 2 more lionfish hanging out under the reef. This dive didn't produce many options for other types of reef fish, but I might just be able to get something other than a lionfish after all. Yellowtail snapper are super fast and smart. It's always a challenge and a treat to be able to spare one.
So, caught 8 lionfish, lost 3. So there's 3 of them in there in the ocean. I think I injured 2 out of the 3. And I'll show you what I have. They're not very big. They were really just babies, but there they go.
Wait, you can eat lionfish? Yes, lionfish is not poisonous. Click on the next video to find out more.